What are these games? Best of 3.
So what?
Best of 5, sorry.
Best of 5. I must just put that up there now. So I'll just hide that there and I'll go. So we're live there, boys, anyway. So best of 5.
Yeah.
First 2, 3. Is that okay? You can hear me?
Yes.
I had a bit of an echo there, but we're all right. So anyway, so this is the draw. Sorry, it's an echo. I've got the YouTube thing opened. You can hear me all right now, yeah?
Yeah.
Gavin, yeah. So there's the 64 names, yeah?
Yep.
I'll just shuffle them again. So there'll be one of them there. There's a match still outstanding.
Yeah.
That's Mickey O'Hanlon and Gavin Malone against the 2 Poochers. So I'll call them out there and you just get ready to write them down and then we'll confirm them at the end. So you both have pen and paper, yeah?
Yes.
Right. Just tell me if I'm going too fast.
Okay.
Here we go. Declan Brady and Stephen Gorham, different strokes. The Jared McGee and Mo Flynn nearly City. Okay with that one?
Yep.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Jimmy and Shamie McVary, trainers A Dans. The Paul Hughes and Pat Burns, trainers Bar, Stroke McGuigan's. Okay?
Hold on a wee second.
Yep.
Yep.
Gary Powell and Neil Heaney Burge. The Emmett McParland and Martin Pollock, PWCB. Time when you're ready.
Good to go.
Go ahead.
Mark McElhern and Rory O'Neill, Seasiders B. The Kieran Carr and Henry McLaughlin, Seasiders A, stroke number 7. Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
Mark Pentney and Mark McGuire, Nans Rams. Mark Pentney and Mark McGuire, Nans Rams.
Yeah.
The Keir McMahon and Lawrence McAlinton, CWCA. Keir McMahon and Lawrence McAlinton, CWCA. Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Stephen Murphy and Kevin Hamill Murphys. Stephen Murphy and Kevin Hamill Murphys. First, Mark McSherry and Kieran Hanna, trainers bar. Mark McSherry and Kieran Hanna, trainers bar.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Joe Dunn and James McKee, Grandview B. Joe Dunn and James McKee, Grandview B. V. Daryl Hannon and Jack Beattie, Bosco Stroke Port Bar. Daryl Hannon and Jack Beattie, Bosco Stroke Port Bar.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Yep.
With Joe Poocher and Ciara McGuinness from Nan Races. Joe Poocher and Ciara McGuinness from Nan Races. The Gary Cowan and Stuart Cully, Port Bar. Gary Cowan and Stuart Cully, Port Bar. Ready?
Yep.
Yep.
Shamie Keenan and Eugene McDermott, Burge. Shamie Keenan and Eugene McDermott, Burge. V. Harvey Lavelle and Paul Kelly, quarter bar. Harvey Lavelle and Paul Kelly, quarter bar. Ready?
Yep.
Yep.
Patrick Crimmins and Sean O'Callaghan, trainers B. Paddy Crimmins and Sean O'Callaghan, trainers B. V. Mark Shavlin and D. Kearney, St. Menina A. Mark Shavlin and D. Kearney, St. Menina A. Ready?
Yep.
Yep.
Liam Turley and Tiernan Casey, CWCB. Liam Turley and Tiernan Casey, CWCB. Play. Andrew Mosley and Collie McCann, trainers A Dance. Andrew Mosley and Collie McCann, trainers A Dance. Ready?
Yep.
Yep.
Davy Brennan and Ramey Lochern, CWCB. Davy Brennan and Ramey Lochern, CWCB. Play Paddy Tavy and Noel Mara, trainers A Dans. That's Paddy Tavy and Noel Mara, trainers A Dans.
Yep.
Good to go, yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Seamus Toner and Conor Reevy, White Cross. Seamus Toner and Conor Reevy, White Cross. Play Liam and Noel Bradley, CWCA stroke McGuigan's. Liam and Noel Bradley, CWA stroke McGuigan's. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Shane Feehan and Conor Dullahan, Grandview A. Shane Feehan and Conor Dullahan, Grandview A. Play Paul Taylor and Daniel Carey, Port Bar. Paul Taylor and Daniel Carey, Port Bar. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Davy Dorn and Jared Grogan, trainers B. Davy Dorn and Jared Grogan, trainers B. Play Niall McVary and Tristy Byrne, CWCA. Niall McVary and Tristy Byrne, CWCA. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Glenn Duffy and Brian Maguire, different strokes. Glenn Duffy and Brian Maguire, different strokes. Play
It's the halfway stage now.
yeah.
Yeah.
John McGee and Paddy Smith, Bosco. John McGee and Paddy Smith, Bosco. Mary Cunningham and Philip Murphy, Nan Rices. Play Declan McGee and Shane McVary, Bosco. Declan McGee and Shane McVary, Bosco. Cormac O'Hanlon and Paddy Farrell, Grandview B. Cormac O'Hanlon and Paddy Farrell, Grandview B. Sean O'Coy and Keelan McCann, Drummond TB. Sean O'Coy and Keelan McCann, Drummond TB. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paddy Beggs and Keelan McParlin, trainers B. Paddy Beggs and Keelan McParlin, trainers B. Play Jack Courtney and Declan McMahon, trainers bar. Jack Courtney and Declan McMahon, trainers bar. Ben McClory and Stephen Galbraith, Bosco. Ben McClory and Stephen Galbraith, Bosco. Playing Michael McGuigan and Neil McGuigan, Seasiders A. Michael and Neil McGuigan, Seasiders A. Okay?
Yeah.
Johnny McCreesh and Martin McVeigh, quarter bar. Johnny McCreesh and Martin McVeigh, quarter bar. Play Pat Quinn and Clive Whelan Murphys. Pat Quinn and Clive Whelan Murphys. Ready?
Yep.
Yep.
Tom McGuinness and Paddy McCann, Sipman in A. Tom McGuinness and Paddy McCann, Sipman in A. Play Paul Morgan and Marty Conroy, CWCA. Paul Morgan and Marty Conroy, CWCA. Okay?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Jack Murda and Pierce Loughran, Ballyholland. Jack Murda and Pierce Loughran, Ballyholland. Play Sean Murray and Tucker Hughes, Hustlers. Sean Murray and Tucker Hughes, Hustlers. Ready to go?
Yep.
Yep.
Malachi Maguire and Lee McAlinton, Nans Rams. Malachi Maguire and Lee McAlinton, Nans Rams. Play Darren Devlin and Keelan Moran, Nan Races. Darren Devlin and Keelan Moran, Nan Races. Okay.
Mhm.
Yep.
Richie Taylor and Philip Glass, Port Bar. Richie Taylor and Philip Glass, Port Bar. Play Paul Campbell and Kevin Morrison, INFA. Paul Campbell and Kevin Morrison, INFA. Good to go?
Yep. Oh, here we go.
Cahill McCoy and Kevin McGee, Hustlers. Cahill McCoy and Kevin McGee, Hustlers. Play Aaron O'Callaghan and Conor Heaney Bears. Aaron O'Callaghan and Conor Heaney Bears. James Toner and Jamie Lavelle, Court of Bar. James Toner and Jamie Lavelle, Court of Bar. Play Emmett Fern and Anthony Reynolds, Drummond-Tia. Emmett Fern and Anthony Reynolds, Drummond-Tia. Ready to go?
Yeah.
Yep.
Just 9 left.
9. Should be 10.
10, is it? 55 or on. Micheál Mackey and Paul McAllister, trainers B. Micheál Mackey and Paul McAllister, trainers B. First, Pat Brady and Paddy Clark, different strokes. Pat Brady and Paddy Clark, different strokes. Okay?
Yep.
Yep.
Matthew Cameron and Niall O'Hare, Simpson in a B. Matthew Cameron and Niall O'Hare, Simpson in a B. V. Robbie White and Niall McQuillan, Ballyholland. Robbie White and Niall McQuillan, Ballyholland. Yeah?
Yep.
Yep.
The winner, the Gavin Malone and Mickey O'Hanlon, has to play R and G Poocher. So obviously the next one out plays these two, correct?
Yep.
So it's Gavin Malone, Mickey O'Hanlon, or R and G Poocher. Stephen Sherry and Andrew Chan, Nand Rams. Stephen Cherry and Andrew Chan, Nand Rams. That could maybe be arranged in a one night, maybe.
Yeah.
Move. Okay.
Yep.
Yep. Last 2 games.
Should be. Yeah. Paul Murphy and Ralph Crummy Burge. Paul Murphy, Ralph Crumby Burge plays Micheál McCartney and Brenton McCabe Bosco. Micheál McCartney and Brenton McCabe Bosco, which should leave Richie Comiskey and Gavin Dorn, CWCA, stroke different strokes. Against Shawnee McCardle and Oren Keenan. There you go, Shawnee McCardle and Oren Keenan. Trainers in So, how are we getting on now?
All done. Shall we just start calling it out?
If it's possible, yeah. And you just double check, Kevin.
Cal, do you want me to start
Yeah,
reading it out?
Call it out, Liam. Kevin, you just check if you've wrote it down as well.
Declan Brady.
I can't hear you there. Declan Brady.
Hello?
You have Declan Brady and Stephen Gorham versus Jared McGee and Mo Flynn. Jimmy and Seamus and Stephen Gorham versus Jared McGee and Mo Flynn. Jimmy and Seamus McVerry versus Paul Hughes and Pan. Gary Powell, Neil Heaney versus Emmett McParland, Marty Pollock. Mark McElhern, Rory O'Neill versus Kieran Kior and Henry McLaughlin. Mark Pantney, Mark Maguire versus Kieran McMahon and Lawrence McAlinden. Stephen Murphy and Calvin Hamill versus Mark McSherry, Kieran Hanna. Joe Dunn and James McKee versus Daryl Hammond and Jack Beattie. Joe Poocher, Ciara McGuinness versus Gary Cairn and Stuart Colley. Seamus Keenan and Eugene McDermott versus Harvey Lavelle and Paul Kelly. Paddy Crimmins, Sean O'Callaghan versus Mark Shevlin and Damien Kearney. Liam Turley and Tiernan Casey versus Andrew Maudsley and Collie McCann. Davy Brennan and Rami Loughlin versus Paddy Tovey and Noel Mira. Seamus Toner and Conor Reevy versus Liam and Noel Bradley. Shane Feehan and Conor Dullahan versus Paul Taylor and Daniel Carey. David Dorn and Jerry Grogan versus Niall McVerry and Tristan Bourne. Glenn Duffy, Brian Maguire versus John McGee and Paddy Smith. Mary Cunningham, Philip Murphy versus Declan McGee and Shane McVerry. Conor O'Hanlon and Paddy Varl versus Sean O'Hoy and Keelan McCann. Paddy Beggs and Caleb McParlin versus Jack Courtney and Declan McMahon. Ben McClory and Stephen Kilbrave versus Michael and Neil McGuigan. Johnny McCreish and Martin McVeigh versus Pat Quinn and Clive Whelan. Tom McGuinness and Paddy McCann versus Paul Morgan and Martin Conroy. Jack Murda and Pierce Loughlin versus Sean Murray and Tucker Hughes. Malachy Maguire and Lee McAlinden versus Darren Devlin and Keelan Moran. Richie Taylor and Philip Glass versus Paul Campbell and Kevin Morrison. Cahill McCoy and Kevin McGee versus Aaron O'Callaghan and Conor Heaney. James Toner and Jamie Lavelle versus Emmett Fern and Anthony Reynolds. Micheál Mackey and Paddy Clark. Matthew Cameron and Niall O'Hare versus Robbie White and Niall McQuillan. Gavin Malone and Mickey O'Hanlon or Ronnie and Jared Poocher versus Stephen Sherry and Andrew Chan. Philip Murphy and Ralph Crummy versus Micheál McCartney and Brenton McCabe. And Richie Comiskey and Gavin Dorn versus Shawnee McCardle and Oren Keenan.
Super.
Correct and right, Kevin?
Ah,
That's right.
that's it. Yeah, all present and correct.
Yeah.
Well, here.
That's
I'm
it,
going
isn't
to
it all
update you
done?
because I have a visitor here. All right.
All right,
What do
Cam.
you? Right. I'm going to opt out here. All right.
No
All
problem.
right, Cam. So, so Liam, in terms of that there, will you send me them
Is
over
that all
there?
right?
Just I have a copy of it here now. I have
And
all
then
them
games are
Premier
best
ones also.
to 5. Yeah.
What's that?
And then games are
Then
best of
games
5, first
best of
to 3,
5.
and you'll be doing the
Let me
fixtures and
just
venues in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, yeah. I do have the Premier draw here. If it take too long to do it, would it? How long have you
Good,
got?
Cal, yeah. We're still live here anyway, are we?
You'd be able to do it. You're
If
still
you're
live.
good to go, if you're good to go now, yeah.
Well, there they are there. Look, 64. It's not correct in your list. Is that right?
I'll just have the wheel hasn't come up yet.
64, 8 with Paul Hughes at the bottom before I shuffle them.
Yeah.
Let me just double check on my sheet here. If you're
And Damien Kearney's in this draw as last year's First Division champion.
Yeah, is he in? He should be in this. Let me just.
He's in it, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll just double check from what was sent to me. Division 3 Premier. Eton with Paul Hughes and D. Kearney's in it. Yes, Damien Kearney's number 34 there. Do you see it somewhere?
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, just
34,
shuffle
right?
it.
So I'm going to shuffle these, Liam.
Yeah.
That's them shuffled, right? And we'll just go straight away. You just say okay when you're ready to go with the next one.
Yeah.
So now this is the Premier draw. So Stephen Gorham, different strokes.
Yeah.
I'll go through these fast enough.
Now give me a minute to write them, but
Yeah. Verse Gavin Dorn. Remember, I've recording this anyway, there's any doubt. So Gavin Dorn, yeah?
yeah, good to go.
I'll call out the number anyway,
Good to
so you can
go.
write down the number beside it, right? Yeah, I'll call out the number as well. So number 64, Paul Hughes. 64, Paul Hughes. Plays. Number 32, Johnny McCrish. Okay?
Yeah.
So write down the number as well.
Oh, sure, I've already started about the number. If the name's right, I'll be all
I
right.
know, but if you write the number down from here on, it'll double check it anyway. So number 11, Willie Brown. You got that, yeah?
Yeah.
Verse number 39, Tommy Lavelle. 39, Tommy Lavelle. Number 52, Shawnee McCardle. Verse number 15, Cahill McCoy.
Yeah.
Number 26, James Toner.
Yeah.
Verse 23, Colin Quinn, quarterback. Number 9, Brian McGuire, different strokes. Verse number 44, Paddy Talbot. Number 37, Paul Kelly, quarterback. The Michael McClellan, number 18, non-races. Okay.
Yeah.
Number 5, Pat Brady, different strokes. The number 36, Richie Comiskey, CWCA. Number 24, Philip Murphy, non-races. The number 62, Gary Powell Bears. 62, Gary Powell Bears. Number 58, Shamie McVary, trainers A Dance. 58, Shamie McVary. The number 2, Mark McSherry, Trainers Bar. Number 2, Mark McSherry, Trainers Bar. Number 54, Collie McCann, Trainers A Dance. 54, Collie McCann. The number 40, Niall McVerry, CWCA. 40, Niall McVerry, CWCA. Number 6, Declan McConville, Trainers Bar. 6, Declan McConville, Trainers Bar. The number 42, Mark Curley, Hustlers. 42, Mark Curley, Hustlers. Number 8, Kieran Hanna, Trainers Bar. 8, Kieran Hanna, Trainers Bar. The number 16, yes, 16, Darren Devlin, non-races. 16, Darren Devlin, non-races. Number 25, Harvey Lavelle, quarter bar. The number 28, Declan Duff, quarter bar. Harvey Lavelle versus number 28, Declan Duff. Number 43, Tristan Byrne, CWCA. The number 34, Damien Kearney, St. Menina A. 34, D. Kearney, St. Menina A. Number 17, Sean Murray, Hustlers. The Liam Bradley, number 29, CWCA. Number 57, Neil Heaney, Bears. 57, Neil Heaney, Bears. The number 50, yes, 50, Oren Keenan, Trainers A Dance. Number 22, Keelan Marn, non-races. Keelan Marn, non-races, number 22. The number 56, Jimmy McVerry, Trainers A Dance. 56, Jimmy McVerry. Number 27, Lawrence McAlinton, CWCA. 27, Lawrence McAlinton. The number 12, Jack Courtney. Number 12, Jack Courtney. Number 41, Marty Conroy, CWCA. The number 61, Barry McAllister, Trainers Bar. Barry McAllister, trainers bar 61. Number 55, Shamie Keenan Bears. Plays his mate. Number 49, Paul Murphy Bears. Number 21, Barry Nugent, quarter bar. Barry Nugent, quarter bar, number 21. First, number 20, Mary Cunningham, non-races. 20, Mary Cunningham, non-races. Number 48, Noel Mara, trainers A. Dance. Noel Mara. Plays number 4, Declan McMahon, trainers bar. Number 4, Declan McMahon, trainers bar. Number 1, Paddy Clark, different strokes. 1, Paddy Clark, different strokes. Plays number 19, Kevin McGee, Hustlers. You got them all right, yeah?
Yep.
Number 51, Ralph Crummy, Bears. Plays number 59, Conor Heaney, Bears. 59, Conor Heaney, Bears. Number 46, Andrew Mosley, trainers A. Dans. Plays number 10, Bernie McGee, trainers bar. Number 10, Bernie McGee, trainers bar. Coming into the last 8. No more.
Last 6 games.
Yeah, that's 6. Number 14, Cara McGuinness, non-races. 14, Cara McGuinness, non-races. Number 60, Tommy Mooney, trainers bar. 60, Tommy Mooney's trainers bar. So that leaves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. There's 5 games, yeah. So number 3, Declan Brady, different strokes. Number 63, Dermot Lonigan, Hustlers. 63, Dermot Lonigan, Hustlers. Last 4 games. Number 31, Paul Morgan, CWCA. Paul Skippy Morgan, CWCA. Number 38, Manny Byrne, CWCA. Number 30, Jamie Lavelle, quarter bar. Will play number 35, Martin McVeigh, quarter bar. which leaves Gary Conley, Kieran McMahon, Glenn Duffy, and Aaron O'Callaghan. And it is number 45, Gary Conley, CWCA. Will play. Aaron O'Callaghan Burge, number 53, which obviously leaves Glenn Duffy and Kieran McMahon. Number 13, Glenn Duffy. Different strokes. First, number 33, Kieran McMahon, CWCA.
Mahan's ready to fall off.
Sorry?
Mahan's ready to fall off.
I'm sure it is. It's all recorded there anyway.
Right. Stephen Gorm versus Galvin Dorn. Paul Hughes versus Johnny McCreish. Willie Brown versus Tommy Lavelle. Shawnee McCardle versus Cal McCoy. James Toner versus Colin Quinn. Brian McGuire versus Paddy Tovey. Paul Kelly versus Michael McLennan. Pat Brady versus Richie Comiskey. Paul Murphy versus Gary Powell. Seamus McVerry versus Mark McSherry. Collie McCann versus Niall McVerry. Declan McConville versus Mark Curley. Kieran Hanna versus Darren Devlin. Harvey Lavelle versus Declan Duff. Tristan Bourne versus Damien Kearney. Sean Murray versus Liam Bradley. Neil Heaney versus Oren Keenan. Keelan Morn versus Jimmy McVerry. Lawrence McAlinden versus Jack Courtney. Morty Conroy versus Barry McAllister. Seamus Keenan versus Paul Murphy. Barry Nugent versus Mary Cunningham. Noel Mira versus Declan McMahon. Paddy Clark versus Kevin McGee. Ralph Crummy versus Conor Heaney. Andrew Maudsley versus Bernie McGee. Kieran McGuinness versus Tommy Mooney. Dee Brady versus Dermot Lanigan. Paul Morgan versus Monty Bourne. Jamie Lavelle versus Martin McVeigh. Gary Conley versus Aaron O'Callaghan. And Glenn Duffy versus Kieran McMahon.
Very good. Some good draws in that, wasn't there?
Yeah, very good.
Right, so get them across and I'll get them up anyway. We'll have it there. So,
yeah.
Have a new year and all that.
Same to you. Right. Bye bye.
All right. Thank you. Thanks, Liam.
Bye.